7, 9. Doo 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 doo. Do 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 do. You're looking at the Avenel High School in Avenel, California. There we go. This phone is so much lighter than the other ones. So the moral of the story is I like to use this phone to monitor and do my web surfing and everything like that. I like to use this one because it's got it's shaped like a square. It'd be even better if they put like a little edge, maybe, I don't know, but I've grown accustomed to using this one. And well, the I'm just gonna go ahead and give you the model number. Okay, this is a TCL, which I think is actually a Toshiba, because if you've worked on a lot of Toshiba electronics, it looks like Toshiba when the thing comes out and it says TC. They have a certain color of red, and they all used to run hot. Even their computers ran hot, but they designed TVs to run hot so that they would self-destruct. You only get so many years out of them, then they fall apart because they burn to a crisp, right? Don't even try repairing them, because you repair one thing, the whole thing falls apart. They're not stupid. They know how to do it. Anyhow, so this brand here is super affordable. And they're still on the market. You can get them, but the problem is, I guess, they've been sitting on the shelf. They're brand new in open boxes, probably, or maybe even never even been opened. But they've been sitting on the shelf for years. And so the battery's no good. But besides that, it's heavy. But the camera is excellent. Even if it's nighttime, if it's dark outside, it records like if there's still light. It's got a 50 megapixel camera on the front, and I don't know how many megapixels are on the selfie. I think it's like 16 megapixel. But even the video camera is awesome. And that's why I keep buying these. But those has a battery that does not, it's like the degradation on it's virtually non-existent. I've had it forever. I don't even remember when I bought it, and it's light. But it doesn't have a good camera on it. You know how marketing goes, right? They put all this technology. It cost them the same amount of money to build a $1,000 phone as it cost them to build a $50 phone. Okay? And so let me show you what I got. Now this is kind of ridiculous. Okay? I ordered a little bitty part and they sent it in a huge box, which is kind of ridiculous. And I'm supposed to be getting the battery for this. So that's going to be fun taking this thing apart, because I almost destroyed it. I almost destroyed it trying to open it with the screwdriver. But I was always wondering, why did this thing last so long? I've never had any electronic device that lasted as long as these, and they sit out baking in the sun in an 18-wheeler. It sits baking in the sun all day long. Vibrations like crazy. And so I guess the reason why they last so long is because they got an airtight seal on them. To open them, you have to heat the device up to melt the glue that's holding the airtight seal. I guess that's how they make electronics so good. But yeah, so I'm gonna attempt that real quick. So let me just check my signal here. Oh yeah, you remember that guy who pulled up here yesterday? The guy who was in the Rivian? I'll bet you that was a FBI. So, what's going on with my channel here? Did I lose the signal? Probably because it's sitting in the sun. Okay. Yeah, there. Okay, we're good. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of people who popped in here just a little while ago. I didn't have nothing to say. I was just documenting that somebody busted out the window again at the post office here in Avenel, California. What do they have against the? What's going on? What's going on at the post office? So, yeah, got some post office haters. You get in big trouble for that. You'd think they have cameras around there. And if they don't, you would think they would put cameras up. Everybody's got cameras these days. Okay, so my main phone is up here. I wonder if this thing, yeah, I don't want it to fall off there again. This is my main phone. And yeah, I don't want it to fall off and mess up the phone, because this is the one that sends out the Wi-Fi to everybody. But I'll put this one on there just for giggles and grins. You know, I need to get the rectangle one back on there, because it works with rectangle magnets too. So that's weird. There was a whole bunch of people that came in here when I started the live stream. So put the main phone right there. I went by the solar charger right now, and of course, just like I told you, there's a car there 24/7. Now there's 2 other cars there. Never anybody in the cars. I mean, I've seen people in the car 1 or twice. But how in the hell are we supposed to use this charger that was supposed to be here for low-income people in low-income communities, if nobody puts up a sign out there telling these mofos 2-hour charging limit? These cars have 100 kilowatt-hour batteries in them. No wonder why they park them there all day long. Nobody's telling them nothing. And that's BS. That's negligence of the community on part of the people who purchased it in the first place for $70,000. And so anyway, so I ordered this thing. I ordered those USB cables, right? I think that's what this is. And you would think that they would send it in an envelope. Look at this big old giant box. Let's see what this is. Oh, that's my battery. Cool. That's a battery for my GPS. So what's coming over there? That must be the cables. Okie dokie. So burn that later on. So let's check out the battery. Did I actually buy the right battery? I think I took a chance and just because these batteries cost $60 and I got this one for like it was either $10 or $15. Let's check out the battery on this bad boy. Made in China. Pretty sweet. That's the same kind of batteries that's in this car. They're called pouches. Not, yeah, they're called pouches. Pouches. As opposed to the cylindrical type batteries that people use. These are totally cool. You know why? Because they use them in your phone. They use pouches, not the cylindrical. That's what these use. The ones from Japan. I don't know what the other ones are using. I think they're using the square life pose or something. But I think these are probably the way to go. And so we'll see when the solid state comes out. But yeah, so that should bring this thing back to life. It only stays on for like 10 seconds after you disconnect it. So it's supposed to have a battery backup so that it stays on for like an hour or something. So I finally got this. I don't even know how much I paid for it. Let's check the invoice. I'll just check the because I don't know if this is actually the right one for it. I just ordered anything. I ordered the it's for an LMT, which I don't know what LMT means, but I ordered something similar to it. So I'm hoping that it plugs right in. It's got 3 wires on it, where some only have 2 wires. So I'm just hope that it works. I haven't even seen it because I've never been able to open the thing. But I got special tools to open it. It's got these little bad boys. It's got like a pry bar, but I've seen them use different things. I've seen how they open the phones with the different thing. I don't know why they have this thing in here. It's kind of weird. But it's got a real super small Phillips screwdriver. It's got a small flat screwdriver. And then a real pointy Phillips screwdriver. And then two Torx. Two different type Torx screwdrivers. And then it's got two pry bars. So let's see if I can open it. You know, I haven't done this kind of stuff in a while, but yeah, it seems like that's going to be difficult because I know the hair dryer that I got, it's not going to be hot enough, and I don't know if I still have my heat gun. I think I do have the heat gun. If the heat gun works, it'll probably work, but I'm just like, I've never opened one of these before where you have to melt the glue to get it open. So it should be interesting. So I got my car insurance here, I guess. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Yeah. Insurance went up. So so that's, and it's due, today's the 4th, yeah. It's due on the 6th. Alrighty then, so that's that. And I guess I'm just gonna listen to this person. It turns out this professor is in China. I just found that out. And so yeah, I'm gonna go check out what he's talking about. He's got a video on there, something good. So I'm gonna check that out. Just let the car finish charging up here. And yeah, I could be charging for free if those, whoever the hell those people are, if there was a sign on there to limit them to be there only 2 hours. So let's see when they put up the signs. I'll probably have to write a letter to Kings County, which is Hanford, about 37 miles away. So there's this lady, and she started making YouTube live streams today. And I think I took a picture of her website. Wait, it's a crazy name so you can find it easy. I think it's either Smile Now, Cry Later, or Laugh Now, Cry Later. Let me check, because it's on my phone. It's on this one. I took a picture, screenshot of it. So let me come in here to my photos. I think it's under photos. Photos. I guess it's not under photos. I guess it's under files. Let me get out of there and go into files. And where in the hell does it store the screenshots at? Images? It should be images, but it's not. Oh yeah, it is. Because here's the one from today. It's called Laugh Now, Cry Later. Okay? If you listen to this lady, personally, I think she's related to or reincarnated. She acts like Sam Kinison. All you people my age remember Sam Kinison, right? She acts like him. And so anyhow, if you want to check this channel out, I took a screenshot of the channel. I didn't subscribe, but she is saying things that I will not say because I don't know if you're allowed to say these things, right? I stay away from anything that has to do with anything that's, you know, sexual orientation or racial ethnicity, anything like that. I steer clear of it because I'm not a lawyer. I don't know what you're allowed to say. If I did, it'd be different. If I had a lawyer to let me know, that would be different. Oh, I'm on a picture. I was clicking. So, anyhow, she was. Yeah, this guy just made another video. If you want to go check it out, I don't mind if you leave and go check it out. Because I'm going to go check it out later. It's about Iran. And the name of his channel is, well, this one's under another thing. It says, oh, this one's only 12 minutes. So you know the website I told you earlier, right? I'll go in and check to make sure that there aren't two different channels, okay? But this sounds interesting because he just loaded it up 5 hours ago. But the channel I found is easy to remember. It's, what do you call that in the future? Predetermined, destined, predictive history. Okay. So, but that's not this channel. Yeah, it's called Predictive History. If you want to go check this guy out. I thought he was in one of these colleges around here. In college, but it's in China. I didn't know they spoke China at the universities or colleges in China. Why would they do that? That's weird. Unless there's a whole bunch of English people, people from the United States. But anywho, so yeah, I don't know. It's only a 12-minute clip, so I don't know what's going on with it. I'll check it out later. But yeah, if you want to find out what's going on with Iran, freaking old dinosaur technology, noise making, oil dripping, piles of dog doo-doo. Yeah, and it's starting to get a little hot, so it's real nice with the wind, with the let me turn this off. I had my AC going. I'm already up to 47 miles range. That's pretty good. So, yeah. Um, I've already told you what I think. What's going on over here? Oh, it's a guy's video playing. No, it's a commercial. So, yeah, I think that car yesterday was FBI. Yeah, so, you know, they're like, it's a war. It might be World War III. You're talking about nuclear and all this stuff, right? And everybody's just, nobody's even paying attention to it. This is baloney. And so, people are not dumb, and word travels fast. So, there's some funny business going on. That's why my theory is I don't even believe it. I already told you that stuff. But if it is true, then go listen to what this person is saying. Okay, this guy's still living in his car, which is bizarre. Let me get back to my channel. And there. So, I can roll this window back down now because she turned her car off. So right now is a good day to fly a kite. And so if I was in Fresno, I would buy myself some of those biscuits that come in a canister, because you can go to Sprouts and get the good kind that don't have garbage ingredients in it, namely enriched flour. It has organic flour, does not contain any potassium bromate that's banned in all other countries, and basically it's just good biscuits. And I'd make old dinosaur technology, noise pollution, and that's a new one. That's a new car. Noise pollution, freaking polluting up the air, making all that CO2 that's going to go up into the air and destroy the ozone. And so what was I talking about? There's a cat. Let you see the cat. Cat on the prowl. I'd like to get me one of those cameras that have the zoom on it. I've been thinking about getting one to plug it into my TV at home. But they designed the TVs to not work on them. Some people can get them to work, but I've plugged it in and it blanks out. They design it like that. So now it's nice and cool. And I can turn this thing back off. Hopefully nobody else will pull up beside there. And it's a Female cat. Oh yeah, I was telling you about this channel. So check out this channel. I don't know if she's live right now. She was live this morning. Sometimes she puts it on subscribers only. And I should start trying that too myself. Subscribers only. But yeah, was going off on guys. I guess I didn't catch it, but I had checked out her channel. Then I was searching some other stuff, and then I came back to her channel, and by this time there was a whole bunch of people, calling her names and the usual stupid things that trolls do, and just giving her a real bad time. And well, I guess I don't know what her trip is, right? I haven't listened to her that much, so I haven't psychoanalyzed her that much, and to determine whether she's a real person or a agent provocateur. And so she was just like telling the audience, you're a bunch of freaking, using the derogatory word. I mean, it's a legitimate description of a person, but it's derogatory and it's hurtful. And, it's just something to think about if you believe in karma, right? You got to be a dodo bird not to believe in karma. I was talking about witchcraft earlier too, huh? But yeah, they used to have books right here at the college, and it tells you how to do it. And those dumb bitches, they do all that freaking crap. They don't even know what they're doing. It backfires on their ass, and they get all freaking jacked up. And rightly so. And so anyway, this channel, she was saying, you're all a bunch of fucking, oops. You're a bunch of effing freaking idiots, man. She was calling them all kinds of names. She said, what the F are you doing on my channel? You get the F out of here. What the F is wrong with you? And so she's partly right, but I don't know how productive it is to be cussing these people out. I don't know if it just makes them leave more, but she's right. These people are freaking sick. They're freaking sick. Who knows what kind of freaking losers they are, what's going on in their mind. But I made a video earlier today alerting the scientific community, particular psychology, to address this thing, because it's a problem and nobody has addressed it yet. Nobody has acknowledged it really. And so once they do, then we'll be able to have a better free flow of information instead of these bullies, idiots, scaring everybody off. Everybody will be able to get up on their soapbox and give their opinion. And if their opinion ain't worth crap, if they don't know what the hell they're talking about, who cares? You don't have to watch them. You can say, don't recommend channel. And so yeah, that's about all that's going on right now. So I used my air conditioner on the way over here, and I guess it's efficient. I'll have to ask AI how much power does it use. Let's see if AI knows. How much power does the air conditioner unit consume in a 2013 Nissan Leaf?
The air conditioner in a 2013 Nissan Leaf uses between 1 kilowatt and 3 kilowatts of power.
Damn.
Depending on the conditions, it might initially draw up to 3.5 kilowatts, which can reduce the...
Damn. Have that what do you call it? Heat pump. Let me find out. How much power does the air conditioning unit in a 2017 Nissan Leaf consume? Same thing. Yeah, same thing. Uses a lot of power. Like 1 or 2,000 watts. That's a lot of power. So, need more range. 120 kilowatt hours is okay if you're not using the air conditioner, but if you're using air conditioner, you need 200. You need a 200-mile range. To use your air conditioner in the summertime around here. Plus the car is red, so ideally you would want to get a white car. So let's see what's on YouTube. Let's see what's on YouTube. 1:32, so that means that they already got back from lunch, so I don't have to worry about a whole bunch of students coming out here. So let's see what's going on YouTube. How the Bank of England changed. That story can go on forever. Well, let's see if David Icke is saying anything. Geostrategy. The Iran trap. That sounds... The Iran trap, he was talking about this a year ago. Wait. Yeah, it says a year ago. Geostrategy. Number 8. Pretty interesting. Let's go check this out. He's got a lot of different things in here. I got to go check out all this stuff. Okay, so what was I doing? Oh, let's check to see what David Icke is doing. And then Kepler the Great made a video this morning, I guess. And I'm pretty sure they're down in Compton. Anywho, let's see what David Icke is doing. So I had the macaroni and cheese. You know, I can only cook like a handful, like that. A handful of the pasta. I don't even remember if they were elbows or shells. I'm pretty sure they were elbows this time. And and why is everybody getting out already at 1:30? They get out early or something? You got to be real careful because the pans that I use are only about that deep, and they're only like 6 inches. I think they're 6 inches in diameter. And so you got to be real careful when you're cooking the pasta, the macaroni and cheese. Because if you put too much in it, then you can't throw away any water because it just fills up so much. And so all the starch stays in it, because if you try throwing away, no water comes out if you put too much pasta. And so I got to buy myself another pot. I used to have one, but I actually bought one and messed up. I was drinking and I burnt that kind of water that's out there. I was using it to make steam or something to warm up the place because it was cold in the wintertime. And the water out there has lime in it. And so it just completely just took all the stainless steel plating off of the thing and just destroyed it. But anyhow, so you have to be really careful how much pasta you put in it. But I was really wanting some of this marinara sauce, aka spaghetti sauce. And so I made some this morning, but it's good macaroni and cheese. The macaroni uses good wheat flour, and it doesn't use the garbage, the stuff that's banned in other countries. And so I made the macaroni and cheese, and I poured the pizza sauce in with it. But I don't know why, but for some reason I didn't drain all the water. I thought that I drained all the water, but it came out like soup. So I tried drinking it, but it was too hot. So I just had to eat the macaroni and cheese with a spoon, like a soup. But I also had avocado and onions. And then earlier in the morning, I had 3 garlic. Okay? And so I'm trying to eat healthy. healthy stuff. But the bread is good. The bread I showed you is good. The one sourdough bread that I bought, it's actually from the East Coast, is no bueno. And so, if they're going to make sourdough bread, they need to put baking powder and yeast in it. And I don't know, I'm not a bread expert, but the bread that I'm talking about right now that I purchased this last time, it's called Seed-tastic. That's the one I've been eating. Seed-tastic. And then the other one, that's the one that comes in the yellow package. The one that comes in a green package is called Grain-tastic. And they're just loaded with seeds. And and so this one that I'm having, and probably the other one too, but definitely this one, because this is the one I've been eating. It's the yellow one. It has, like, you can see the seeds that are in the bread, not on the outside. I guess that's rye. So turns out rye bread is pretty good. I guess they call this pumpernickel, right? And I think the other bread has it too. But this type of bread is made with good ingredients, and this bread, it's coming from the East Coast. Can you believe that? When they have a place right here in California, in Petaluma, California, where they have all the multi-billionaires right across the bay, San Francisco, Silicon Valley, the Bay Area. This has the highest concentration of multi-billionaires anywhere in the whole nation, is right here in California. And they have a bakery up there where they could be getting their bread from. So why in the hell are they getting bread from the East Coast? Is it because all the foreigners from Europe are from over there on the East Coast? And they're the ones making the bread? You know how, like, Dutch people are supposed to be good at making bread? You know that bakery I was telling you about? Svenhart's? Guess where their factory was? Right here. Right outside of Visalia, California. It goes like Hanford, Visalia, and right just past Visalia there's a town called Exeter. And that's where this bakery was. Svenhart's. They make pastries. They're knockout. But they were using the same garbage ingredients that 99.8% of all other pastries have been using here in the United States. Stuff that's banned in other countries. Maybe that's why they went out of business, right? Because they weren't doing right. And the product is still available, don't ask me how, but the company went out of business. They were right here in Exeter, California. I never knew that. There's hardly any businesses around here, but there's actually a electric vehicle manufacturer right here. It's called Fortuna or something like that. But they build really expensive electric cars. But a lot of these people don't even know. I never even knew, and I study electric cars. They got an electric car manufacturing plant right here in 37 miles away in Hanford, California. And so let's see what David Icke is doing. Oh, wow, he's talking about the war. He just 7 hours ago. 7 hours ago, that was 1, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay? 7 o'clock in the morning here. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So that was 3 p.m. his time when he made this, but it was 7 hours ago. Okay? 7 hours ago, he made this video. 7 hours ago, it was 3 p.m. in London. So go check this out. This is going to be interesting. This is what I'm going to watch. And so I'll comment on it a little bit later. Stay tuned. But those are the two major channels. And let's see what they're saying. Let's see if what this professor is saying jives with what David Icke is saying. Okay? Because David Icke is the one who's telling you who the extraterrestrials are, right? Right? You know, all this political, the top leaders, the top leaders in our government, the famous political leaders. He's been saying in his books, the last place they want to see him is in court, because they know he's not afraid. He can go toe to toe with them, because like I told you, I suspect he's one himself. So they are shaking in their shoes. Okay? From him coming into court. It won't happen. Because if it does, it would be rapture, revelation, and everybody would know about the extraterrestrials, who they are. Extraterrestrials is synonymous with Lucifer and the fallen angels, also known in Holy Scriptures as the Nephilim. In the Muslim Holy Scriptures are known as the jinns. And many people are starting to know them by the name reptilian shapeshifter. But if you search for reptilian shapeshifter online, you're going to get a bunch of bullshit. Okay? Anything that's controversial, you have to go down and do some real research. Like get your information out of books. And so there's this one professor who's telling you, he's going to tell you some things. It's going to come as a surprise to you. And I'm starting to believe it. Because after getting this information from this professor, he's a big time professor in China. Okay? And after getting this information and then listening to Orange Man talk, you can hear it. You can hear the bullshit. Okay? But you know what? These people have known. There have been people, whistleblowers, telling the people that our leaders have been clinically diagnosed as criminally insane psychopaths. Their behavior has been analyzed. And what do the people do? They give to they're just, I don't know what the hell's wrong with them. They just sit there and watch TV. Because they've been hypnotized by a media-induced hypnotic trance. but they refuse to acknowledge it. So they have this belief in their psyche. This belief is same as it ever was. If there's anything important to know, the news will tell me. That is their belief. That is their hypnotic trance. So they get what they get for being so slothful, complacent, not lifting a finger to stand up against injustice, and laughing at other people who are. So anyhow, so I'm gonna go in and watch these things, and then I'll probably start another live stream if I come across any information that you need to know about. Thanks for tuning in. Signing out from the high school in Avenel, California. It's Wednesday. It's almost going to be 2 p.m. I think, so I'm juicing up here at 5 kilowatts. And like I said, I could have juiced up for free, but those cars that are there 24/7 were there as usual. The weather is very pleasant, so I can't complain about that. It's very pleasant weather today. And you can see the overcast there. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for liking the video. Share, subscribe, so this information can get out there.